right, it is just one day after the Liss Victory album release party. All of the top people in Pittsburgh music were there. I'm talking Chet Vincent, I'm talking Molly Alphabet, I'm talking Brian Crawford, I'm talking Hugh Twyman. All of the top names, all of the big shots, all of the head honchos in the music scene all came together for an incredible event. We've been having some big events lately. Some huge events here in the scene. We just had Ig'nant Easter. I'm here with Jay Cooper. I'm Brian Crawford. This is the River's Edge, River Talk on the River's Edge Radio Network, Pittsburgh's voice for local music, and also a good voice for comedy as well. Jay?
Yeah.
Can you hear you?
Hold up. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. How are you, Jay?
I am really good, and I appreciate everybody that came out to Ig'nant Easter last week. That was a good-ass show, wasn't it?
It was a good show. I enjoyed it. Every show that you guys put together is insane.
Yeah, well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I
like
like that. That's good. That's good. That's what I want to hear. One thing I always love about your show, and we were talking afterwards, we went out for some drink. Actually, it was a really weird night. And we're going to get into that, but I do want to mention real quick, we have Dori Cameron and the Invisible Monsters here in studio, so we're going to be talking with them about
that name, by the way. Love that name. Yeah,
it's a great name. We're going to talk to them about the album release show they performed. They drove all the way from Boston to perform at the show last night for the album release party. So we're going to talk with them about that, and we're going to talk about the album release, how it went, all of the good details. We're going to talk a little bit about Ig'nant Easter. We're going to talk about
I love how you said that. You said it right.
Ig'nant Easter?
Ig'nant, yes.
Ig'nant, yeah, it's ignorant.
Yeah, because people will say
I was so ignorant.
No, it's not ignorant. It's ignorant.
I was so ignorant during Ig'nant Easter that I showed up late. Because I figured it wouldn't be ignorant if I showed up on time.
My man.
See?
That's what I'm talking about.
So we've got Jay Cooper here. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the weirdest places that we've pooped or the weirdest pooping situations, because I actually came into a weird situation just the other day myself. So I want to know where is the weirdest place you've pooped, or where's the most uncomfortable pooping situation that you've encountered. So I think that's a really important topic in today's day and age. You know, I'm very big on bathroom situations.
Yes.
It's something that I really feel very strongly about, whether it is throwing something away or the cleanliness of a restroom or proper bathroom etiquette.
See, it's important. We didn't even get into it yet.
We didn't even get into it yet. We've got Dori's laughing over here. You can pull on the
Hi,
mic.
Sarah. Hi, Brazil. Hi, Tasha.
So let's bring you in then, since you're here. We've got Dori and Jesse. Where's the weirdest place that you've pooped? Then actually, should I get into the Ig'nant Easter story, or should we go into the pooping right away?
No, let's ease into the pooping.
We'll ease into the pooping. Okay.
Yes.
Ease into the pooping. I like that.
I wish there was something easy about it.
Got to make it smooth.
So, Ig'nant Easter, I'm there. What was the Ig'nant? Oh yeah, it was such a weird story. So Ig'nant Easter was a great time. I'm there. I'm enjoying the show. I get there late. Fashionably late. Everybody knows who I am. I come in. It's you know how it is, Jay. When I walk into a room, everybody knows who I am. I'm shaking hands, kissing babies.
Well, first it took a second.
Because I got a haircut.
Nah, they was like, who's this white boy? No. No, but after time, they knew who you were, because, you know, they watch our show when they're big.
Exactly.
Fans, so,
it was a good time. So I go there. I'm having a good time. Everyone knows who I am. I'm there schmoozing with all the head honchos at the event. Mm-hmm. And while I'm there, I get a message. Brian Crawford, you're here at Ig'nant Easter. Let's go out for a beer afterwards. Somebody saw that I was there, wanted to meet up. They came, saw the end of the show. They enjoyed themselves. They said, let's go to this bar down the street. We'll get a drink. So I go to the bar. I get a drink. My friend who was with me, Nick Graybill, he takes an Uber home.
Yeah, he was awesome. You need to bring
good
him
guy.
more often.
Yeah,
he laughed at
he's a
everything.
good laugher.
I look, like off the chair, like on his knees.
Oh, he's crazy, and I'm the worst person to bring to a comedy show, because I don't laugh out loud very often.
Yes, but you have a nice laugh though.
When I do laugh.
Yeah, because when you laugh, you're like.
But I don't.
Like that's like
what's
that's
that?
Pretty good.
What does your laugh sound like?
I don't know, because I don't laugh a lot.
It's like, okay, if he's going. wait, hold up, I'm doing it wrong. Hold up. Something like that.
Well, sometimes there are times where
your friend was like
he was crazy.
Keeling over. You need to bring him to every show.
Yeah, I don't laugh out loud often, but here's the thing. It's not because I don't think it's funny. I laugh internally, and then there are times when I just lose it, but it's not often. It's hard to get me where I'm just laughing uncontrollably, but when I do, I'm pretty vocal. But I always enjoy myself. If I don't enjoy myself, you could tell because I'll leave or I'll start falling asleep or whatever. But if I'm engaged, then you know I'm entertained and I'm enjoying it. I'm just not one to laugh out loud, and I have a hard time forcing myself to laugh out loud because it comes across as phony to me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to come across as phony.
And you know what? I got to put this out there.
But it was a fantastic show.
Thank you so much. I got to put this out there because I'm not sure if he's watching yet. My friend / supervisor, Brian, he was at the show also.
Okay, nice.
Big dude.
All the Brians were there?
Yeah. So when I gave the shout out to all the sponsors for the show, and I think you were the first one I gave a shout out to, and I said to Brian. Now, Brian, my
thought
friend,
you were talking to him.
Yes, he was right behind you, and he was all about to stand up, throw his arms up. I was like, Brian Crawford. From Rivers Edge. And he put his arm down. He looked all small.
Oh, no.
No, but I appreciate you coming to the show, man. I do. I really appreciate it, man. But I was shouting out to the sponsors, though. He wasn't listening. See?
Yeah.
That's.
But I'm there. I leave the show.
Ignorant.
It was pretty ignorant to think that he could steal.
Easter, so.
What's that?
I said it was Ig'nant Easter, so.
Exactly, and I thought that was pretty ignorant to think that he could steal my thunder.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So I leave the show. My friend, he lives in East Liberty. He says, "Hey, let's go out and get a drink." So I go out. We get a couple drinks, and then we go back to his place. Nick takes an Uber home, and I had planned because it was the day before Easter, and I thought,
Right.
I'm going to do the church thing, wake up, go to church, do all of that. I end up going to this guy's place, and we're spinning records, and we start playing chess.
Oh.
And then I'm up till 5 a.m. playing chess, one game after another.
That sounds like that sounds magical to me.
Oh, it was great.
I love that.
I haven't played chess in years, and here I am, one game after another. We're spinning records, we're drinking drinks, and we're playing chess.
Yes.
That's
And
different.
I won every single game. I crushed them.
God.
It was
Master
a
of the Millville
slaughter.
Sport, ladies and gentlemen, and the
And
master
I'm not.
of chess.
But here's the thing, though. He's just a really, really horrible chess player. Because no, I'm telling you. So I used to be in a chess league once when I was in high school, and I mean this is years ago, and I haven't played chess in years. So my skills, if anything, they've diminished since high school.
Okay.
And when I was in high school, and I only know one way to play, and if you've watched me play even a handful of times, you've figured me out because I do nothing different. I don't change my game at all. I have one strategy, and I stick to it till I die. So we're playing chess, and when I was in high school, I was in this chess league, and there were 3 tiers. There was the advanced level, there was the intermediate level, and then there were the people who were the beginners, the people who can barely play.
Okay.
Well, I was in the intermediate league. I scored because you play all year, and then you score into a different league. And I scored into the intermediate league, and we had this chess tournament. And I came in 3rd place. So
Wow.
I scored a mid-level score in the intermediate bracket. So there is no one more average at chess than me.
So you're saying that you played chess in high school and you scored?
Yeah, but I scored
Ooh.
like a
like how you
third.
did that.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I scored in high school. Yeah.
All right, that's good.
But I was 3rd place in the intermediate tournament, which means I'm extremely average. So if I can kick your ass at chess, that means you're really, really bad because I'm really, really average. I'm not good. I'm average. I'm as average as it gets.
Hey, at least you know how to play chess, man. I suck at chess.
It's a good game. It's a fun game.
I'll whoop your ass in checkers, though.
You probably would because I'm
Yeah.
terrible at checkers.
Yes.
But chess, I'm extremely average.
King me.
Extremely average at chess. So it was not like chess last night at the Liss Victory album release party. Everything was well, I guess it was like chess in the fact that everything worked so well. It was a good game of chess, like a well-balanced game of chess, an enthralling game of chess. Would that be a terrible description of the album release party? Jesse and Dori, they were there. You guys performed. It was nothing like chess. It was way more exciting than chess.
I find chess very exciting, but yes, it was a very, very exciting night.
There's nothing exciting about chess. I'm sorry. They've got the timers and they try to speed it up to make it really exciting, like ding, 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 ding. And it's just not that exciting. It's not. I mean, it's a fun game, but I wouldn't call it enthralling. It's not like watching ice hockey or anything. It's watching people pick up a piece and move it on a board.
So you didn't have that clock thing? I see them do that at parks and stuff all the time.
Not when we played the other night.
Okay.
Because, I mean, trust me, if I was crushing him...
That's speed chess, right?
That's speed chess. I was already crushing him. He would have never stood a chance in speed chess. But when I was in that tournament, it was speed chess, and that was part of my problem. Maybe he would have beat me if we did speed chess, because I'm a thinker. I'm a deep thinker, Jay. Mm-hmm. So I take my time, and I think deeply, and then I make a calculated move.
So was there obviously, because you beat him every time. So
every time.
So was there ever a time that when he moved something and you were just like, don't do that?
Oh, many times.
Yeah, like
the only time he ever stood a chance was the one game when he was like really, my friend was really aggressive in moving the pieces into place, and because my move is very, like, it takes me several positions to like get everything where I wanted to. It took a little bit longer.
So did he get mad that you beat him every time? Like, was
no,
he
wasn't mad. He kind of expected to lose, I think.
Okay.
But he thought like, he's like, oh, intermediate my ass. I'm like, no, really, I am very average. Very average at chess.
So you're rubbing it in.
Oh yeah, I crushed him.
Ooh,
I mean, it was brutal.
I'm so average at chess.
Yeah.
You keep losing, but I'm really just really average.
Just really average, yeah.
Jerk.
But getting to the album release party, because that was great, Ig'nant Easter, but so was the album release party that was yesterday.
I caught the video on Facebook. It was...
A little bit, yeah. So, Liss, she tells me, she's like, oh, you guys were live streaming, and I'm like, I wouldn't call that me live streaming. I just did one song of her and one song of you, because I don't do more than that unless I'm hooked into the board and I've got my camera set up, because otherwise it just doesn't look the quality that I would want, so.
Right.
But I thought, I just wanted to kind of give people a little teaser to entice them to come down and spend the money to come in and check it out for themselves. So,
yeah.
So what were your guys' thoughts of the party? It was a great show.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, we came down from Boston, and we've been practicing as a full band. So, as a lot of people know, I'm from Pittsburgh.
You're from Pittsburgh, but you moved to Boston.
Go Stillers.
Oh, you're still a Steelers fan?
Steelers, yes.
Oh,
she's a Yinzer.
See,
she says Stillers.
I'll be honest.
She says Stillers.
I'll be honest. I could care less about football, but I am really into hockey. So I must ask: are you a Bruins fan?
I actually hate the Boston Bruins.
All right,
but I have a very good reason.
What's your reason?
So when I was in, I think high school, like maybe 9th grade, I went to a Penguins versus Bruins game. Okay. And
that's really hard to tell them apart, right? Because their colors are almost identical.
Exactly,
I know, right?
Exactly.
Like,
actually, that's kind of funny because the Penguins were blue originally, and that's like a big thing. So they had to fight to get that black and gold. And they actually had to prove that that's the city colors, and they had black and gold, I think, before Boston, and that's how they were able to get the black and gold uniforms.
Yeah.
So.
So they were warming up, right? So they're warming up and they're doing all these slap shots and everything like that. And I was talking to my friend, and I'm, just kind of blah, 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 blah. And I turned my head and got hit in the face with a hockey puck.
Oh, wow.
By a Boston Bruin.
Ooh.
And, they
She
freeze
took it in the
them.
face.
I took it in the face, okay, by a Boston Bruin.
Wow.
Can we rewind? Can I
rewind it?
She took it like a champ.
They freeze the pucks, by the way. So they slide, I guess, easily on this. Boom! Frozen puck right to the face.
Did you knock you out cold, or?
I was in so much pain, I had to leave the game. It literally just.
Wow.
It was really.
That's crazy.
Just bruised
really
all
bad.
up. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got teased terribly. Like, oh, you got your ass beat. And I'm like, no, really? Like, a hockey. And they're like, yeah, right. Yeah. It was really bad. But I joke. I'm joking when I say I don't like the Boston Bruins. But, yeah, so kind of have a bad memory with those guys involved. So, but the Penguins, I think they saw what happened, and they got my information, and they gave us tickets to another game.
Nice.
They really,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they really made it suck less. So.
That's really cool. They are a really good organization.
Yeah.
The Penguins. So.
Yep, absolutely.
But you guys are a really good band. I want to talk about the CD release party. We keep diving off on all these different exciting things. No, that's okay. It's great. But you guys were there, and well, first off, let's talk about the band a little. So you were from Pittsburgh, and you moved to Boston.
Yes.
Why?
Because I got a really good job out there, and I was visiting, and I really loved it, and yeah, I was like.
I heard in some ways it's similar to Pittsburgh. Is it in some ways?
Yes, it's similar because I think it has a lot of neighborhoods. You know how we have kind of like Lawrenceville and the South Side, and they have their different personalities. That's kind of how Boston is with their squares. So like Davis Square, Union Square, they all have different personalities. So I would say Boston is similar.
Jesse,
it's not a huge city, like.
Are you from Boston originally, Jesse?
Spent most of my life there, yeah.
Okay. Where are you from originally?
I was born in California.
Oh, wow. So that's got to be a big change to go from Were you in a warm area of California?
Yeah, in Orange County.
Okay, so you went from there to like Arctic Boston. Are you ever sad that you've moved to the cold?
Well, I was 3 when I moved, so I'm
okay,
I'm
so you
used
don't-
to it, but
yeah.
we did the opposite of what most people do,
Yeah. I mean, I know. Like, I grew up. Well, so I was born in Pittsburgh, and we were in. I can't even remember where we started, but we moved down to Florida for like so many months. It was like almost a year, and we moved to this small trailer, and everybody in the family. Because my grandmother owned the trailer. So everybody in the family decided to move into this trailer with us. And my mother said, I'm going back to Pittsburgh with the kids, with or without you. So then my dad decided to come with us. And we moved back. And to this day, there's a little part of me that hates them for moving back to this cold Arctic climate. Because
How do you really feel?
yeah, because I just really, 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 really love Florida and love palm trees and love oranges and love sunshine and love warm weather. And I hate this white hell that I'm looking at through
It's
the
fucking
window.
April, man.
You know what though? We've
God,
got
come
things
on.
coming up in May that we need warm weather for. So I'm saying get it out of your system
When
now.
was the first day of spring? 2 weeks ago?
I don't know.
It was like March 20th or something
Yeah.
like that. What is it now? April 8th, 7th?
I forget what month it is anymore, Doesn't seem to matter.
Winter month 6.
Yeah, this is April is now the winter month. When's this global warming shit gonna kick in, man? Not the global part, but just the warming.
It's the warming.
That's all I'm worried about.
So you guys come to Pittsburgh often, right? And perform.
So this is the first time that one of the members from the Invisible Monsters performed here in Pittsburgh. But what we're hoping to, we don't have any news yet, but we're hoping that we will be able to play Deutschtown Music
Okay,
Festival
nice.
in July.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when we apply it as the full band, and so we're hoping for that.
So I feel like I could say this because it was shouted out in a crowded room.
Oh Jesus.
But last night at the CD release party, somebody you guys mentioned that on stage,
Yes.
Dori, and
Yes.
somebody shouted out that it's looking good. Do you know who that gentleman is?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what he does?
That's Hugh.
Yeah.
He's involved, right?
He's involved with booking the bands for Deutschtown. I feel like you have a good shot of getting in, just
right.
based on that.
I'm really glad that I did notice that, and I did know that was Hugh, and that's awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, we've never performed at a festival as a band, so we actually started out. I started out here in Pittsburgh as a singer-songwriter, and Liss Victory, whose record release show was last night, is really like my mentor. She's my teacher. She's just been so absolutely wonderful. And when I moved to Pittsburgh, and I moved into the Pittsburgh Art House with her.
Okay.
So I was there, and I was actually just more of a writer. I would write short stories and poems, poetry, things like that. And I used to do like a mini zine, but then I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to start writing songs. So I went on Craigslist and found a Takamine for $100, and I bought it in the Wendy's parking lot in Lawrenceville. And then I brought it to Liz. I was like, Liz, I don't know what to do with it. And she was like, oh, okay. And she, taught me how to tune it and everything. And she's just been,
Oh, Liz is on right now.
Liz! Hi, Liz. Yeah, she's just been,
She said, "Woo, that's me."
that's you.
I'm really excited to check out the album that she released yesterday because some of the songs, like I was lucky, I had to go to work, of course, to fund all of this, but before I left, she did perform many of the songs on the album, and it seems so unique and so different from what she already has out.
Yes. Oh, I love it. It's I think that there's just like it just shows how dynamic she is, you know. She's singing and it just sounds really beautiful, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm singing in another language," and then it's like, "Oh, there's a third language."
I know, it was crazy.
It was really enjoyable. So I really look up to her in many, many, many ways.
Yeah.
So then you moved from Pittsburgh to Boston?
To Boston, yeah, and it was kind of a hard decision because. There's just such a thriving, you guys know, there's such a thriving music community here in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really embraced. I didn't have I can't even name one negative, nothing negative from performing out in Pittsburgh. And I really sucked shit for a long time because I just started playing the guitar, and within like 4 months I was going to open mics and stuff like that. Like I just jumped into it, and I kind of knew I was like, I'm gonna probably mess up, and but it's something you gotta do. But everybody has just been wonderful. Liss and Jeremy Kaywood stand out for me.
What kind of guitar you play?
So back then I was like all acoustic, but now that I have a full band, I'm like, ooh, I kind of like the electric a little better. So,
All right.
Don't tell my guitarist I said that. Don't tell the Takamine I said
So
that.
how does the scene in Boston compare to the scene here in Pittsburgh?
It was a real struggle, and I'm like, I got this great music community, everything's going well out here, and I'm like leaving that and going to this city where I, don't really know too many people, and, but you know what, I've been super, super lucky and super fortunate, and there is an internet radio station out there called WEMF Radio, and they are, they've been instrumental in, booking me, and
They do a lot with
great.
local music then?
Absolutely.
So it's kind of similar to what we do here at the River's Edge?
I think so, yeah. So they book shows, and they've been awesome to me. So I think I went maybe it was like 2 months, but I had a show within 2 months of moving there. So, and last year, was it last year? Yeah, last year I played 28 shows, which is a lot for somebody who, works full time. I have a full-time job, and I actually had a second job at the time, working at a venue out in Boston. But yeah, it's been great. But whenever, I got to tell you about how I met these guys.
That's what I was just going to ask. Yeah, how you both met each other.
Right. So there's a singer-songwriter out of San Francisco. His name's Jonah Matranga, and he was in this band Far back in the day. But he is like my idol. I think he has the most beautiful voice, and I love his songs, and I really look up to him. And he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to open up this show in Worcester?" Right? Am I saying it right?
Worcester.
Worcester.
It's spelled.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Worcester.
Worcester.
So you got to move to Boston then.
Worcester.
I'm the worst. I am the worst. Yeah. But so it's about 35 miles outside of Boston, and I was like, yeah, I'll play this show, and so I get there and I go on first, and I'm acoustic and everything, and the set went pretty well. So I was like, at the end, I was like, okay, just so you guys know, like I'm trying to form a band out in Boston. So if you know anybody who's interested, come up to me. I'll be here. And then the next set was this guy, Jonah Matranga, and he gets on stage, and he, didn't have his guitar or anything. And he's like, my name's Jonah, and I just met these guys, and they're going to be my backing band tonight. And I'm just like, what is this, right? And
Wait, so I want to make sure I got this clear. So Jonah's from California. Jesse, you're from California.
Yep.
And you two hadn't met each other in California. You met each other in Boston.
No, so he was friends. I have a band called Look Sharp, and the singer of that
What's it
band.
called? The Sharp?
Look Sharp.
Oh, Look Sharp.
Look Sharp.
Nice.
So the singer of that band had met Jonah years and years ago, and they when Jonah would come through town, he would crash on Tommy's couch, and they remained friends. So he said, "Oh, do you want to?"
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of you.
No, that's okay. No, you go with it. Yeah.
So he said, "Would you put together a band? I'm going on tour. I'm going to kick it off in Worcester because I think he had spent some time in Worcester. He's from Massachusetts, but anyway, he asked us to play, and I had never met him. My brother plays drums in the band. He had never met him. We didn't practice together. Tommy he said, here are the 10 songs we're going to play. I met Jonah like 2 minutes before we went on stage, and then
Yep.
we played.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, so these guys, they're three guys. They're in their own band, Look Sharp, out in Boston, and they like did Jonah a solid by learning 10 of his songs well enough to perform, an hour-long set.
Nice.
And they murdered it. I was so impressed, and I knew all the songs, knew all the lyrics, and I was rocking out so hard. And my friend Seth was with me. And as soon as, Jonah said, oh, yeah, these guys are going to be my backing band tonight. And as soon as they started playing, I was just like, I was like, Seth, please let these guys be from Boston. Please let these guys, oh my God, please, God, I'm like praying, like, God, please let these guys go. I want to work with these guys. And I'm like praying. I swear to God, I was like praying. I was like, please let these guys be from Boston. I was so impressed. And so, our drummer, Ben, right, he comes up to me and he was like, oh yeah, like, and I was just like, wait, no, you guys were so awesome. Oh, I like lost it. It was I was so impressed. And Ben's like, yeah, like we're in our own band. We have this practice space and everything. And I was like, yeah, but like I live out in Boston. And he's like, oh, we're all from Somerville. And I'm like, I live in Somerville. Like we all live in the same.
Which is, from what I
town.
understand, like the Lawrenceville of.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Okay.
That is a very good
I
way
like
of saying that. Yeah. Yep. It's where the
I
hipsters
feel like I was
live.
there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it was just I don't know. It was very serendipitous and just exciting, and I thought it was going to take years to like piece together, a band. And literally, I'm just so lucky that they want to play music with me. So
That's fantastic.
yeah.
Well, we're going to get more into the CD release party and more into the album and everything else. But I know you're going to play a song for us now
Yes,
if you're
please.
available.
Yeah,
we're going to hear a
please.
song. And then after that music, which is going to be awesome, I'm excited because I got to hear you guys last night. So I know it's going to be fantastic. Then
I
we're
heard
gonna
these
roll.
guys practicing when I came in, so I already know this is going to be a kick
Yeah,
ass.
it's a great performance. Speaking of Hugh Twyman, we were talking about him earlier. He's in the chat room on the Facebook Live page. If you're listening at riversedgepgh.com, you can always go to the riversedgepgh.com, click the live button at the top of the page if you want to watch us as well. But you can always listen to us on TuneIn Radio. And if you have an Amazon Alexa, don't forget, you can tell your smart speaker to play the Rivers Edge station on TuneIn and listen to us there as well. But we're going to hear a song from these guys, and when we get back a little bit, I want to hear your stories. Before I get too ahead of myself, if you've pooped in an uncomfortable position, please let us know. You can message us in the chat at riversedgepgh.com/live or on the Facebook Live page, or you can tweet me
I know y'all got stories.
at rivertalkpgh.
Don't hold out
Most
on us.
uncomfortable pooping scenario or most unpleasant pooping situation. We want to hear
I got
that
one.
here.
I got one.
Well, we're gonna hold on that. We're gonna get to those after the Cooper's Corner segment, which will be right after this song, all here on
Right.
River Talk
Give them a proper introduction.
on the
Real
Rivers
proper.
Edge Radio
Yeah.
Network. But right now,
Here we go.
if you guys are ready, we're gonna get going.
Just about ready.
Just about
Drum
ready.
roll, please.
All right,
Just
drum
one
roll.
more second.
we've got Dori Cameron and the Invisible Monsters, at least part of them, and we're gonna get into why they're invisible.
Only
What's that?
Just one monster.
The one monster, yes. We're going to get into that name as well here in a little bit, but we've got a live song right now, right here on the River's Edge.
So if somebody's out there and hasn't clicked on the video yet, maybe this will entice them to click
We've
on
got jazz hands for the listening audience.
Yes. All right. So this song is we're going to be actually recording late this month out in Boston at Q Division, and this song we're going to be recording as a full band. It's called Nameless, and it goes like this. You, I see through you.
Dori, Cameron, and the Strange Monsters here on River Talk on the River's Edge Radio Network, broadcasting live at Mr. Small's Theater.
Got some positive vibes from that online. A lot of
Fantastic.
people talking about it. Yes.
Well, all of that positive energy.
My good friend Cinnamon said, following.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Cinnamon. I love that.
She said, I like this song. Very
Well,
thank
all
you
of
so
that
much.
positive energy, all of that excitement has really, really inspired me, Jay, to move into the Cooper's Corner segment of today's show.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any music for that, or are we just going to roll into it?
You know what? No, we got to do the song.
We gotta do the song? All right.
Because the band, they don't know about it yet.
That's true. Well, we got the hood rap music for the end, but do we have
Right, we got that.
Yeah.
And they're gonna love that too.
All right, we don't have Howie here to
Howie's
to
not
pitch
here.
in.
He's running late as
All right.
usual, so we're just gonna go acapella.
We're gonna go
We'll
roll
do our
into
own
it.
thing. You've been doing good
Actually,
the last few times, so you've been.
Could we ask? Maybe they can come up with an intro song for us.
Ooh.
Do you guys want to riff on something to play into the Cooper's
that would
Corner
be so
segment?
Cool. Could you?
He's the riffer.
Okay.
I'm
All
the
right.
rhythmer.
Can we do it?
The
Would that
segment,
be-
Yeah,
the segment
let's,
is called Cooper's Corner, so I kind
All
of
right.
go into
So we usually. Let's see if we've got
I know
Jesse
you got
here.
that. I know Jesse.
He's gonna play some intro music for us.
Yeah, like, Cooper's Corner. Oh yeah. Damn, just like that.
Uh-huh, he's good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner.
Right.
Cooper's Corner.
What do we have for today's Cooper's Corner?
Woo! Thank you, Jesse. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, so everybody is aware of the internet challenges that people be posting, like the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Well, that's a good one.
That was
I like that one.
That one was
I
pretty
did
good.
that one. I did that challenge.
Me too. That was a good one to fight Lou Gehrig's. Then there's also the dangerous challenges, like the Tide Pod Challenge, which I know
That's a
few
dumb
people-
challenge.
That was a very dumb challenge.
Not
here's
as good. Not as cool as the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Right, nowhere near as cool. It was very dangerous, and here's another one that is dangerous. Not only dangerous, but downright gross, and it is called the Condom
I
Challenge.
heard about this.
Yes. Any of y'all familiar with the Condom Challenge? No. It involves inhaling an unwrapped condom through your nose and pulling it through your throat.
Are we gonna practice this or something?
Hell no. We are not doing that. That is fucking stupid.
It's at least a lubricated kind, right? I mean,
So apparently it hasn't been a new
Hope so.
fad. It hasn't been. It's not entirely new, but it's been on the rise lately as some of the teens look for a way to fight boredom. How about read or make a video, start a
band.
podcast? You know what I'm saying? So you can look for the condom challenges on YouTube.
I kind of don't want to Google that.
But you kind of do.
I kinda-
You
I don't
kind
know.
of you
Okay.
don't, but you kind of do.
I'll put the parental controls on the search, and then I'll do the search. I just
I mean,
feel like
it's like almost as dumb as people who did the cinnamon challenge. Y'all remember that?
what?
cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, were we talking
swallow a
about this
whole
on the show
spoonful of
recently?
cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't do
That's
it.
old. I mean,
It's
Oh.
impossible.
Oh,
It's impossible.
Wow.
So that is the new trend that's going on. And if anybody knows anybody who does it, I am encouraging you to post it on Facebook, share my name, tag me to it. Also tag it on the River's Edge page because I feel
Or
that
River
that's
Talk.
something-
Do it on the River Talk
do it on
page.
the River Talk page, and I would love to see it. And yeah.
People
That's
were
just-
dying over this thing.
Yeah.
she died doing what she loved.
Yeah, it's wild. So that is Cooper's Corner. So any thoughts
Yes.
on this? Would
Yeah,
you ever
we have-
would you guys be willing to take up the challenge?
I'll do anything for the right price.
It has to be about the money.
What if it's for
Let's ask Howie, who just made it in.
Our
when he gets over to
our
the table?
volunteer
Yes.
just came over. He's going to show us how the condom challenge works.
Yeah,
right?
Howie, you're gonna do
No, I'm not.
you're not doing the condom challenge.
Get in here, Howie.
Howie came in late
He's up
because
for
he's
the
still
challenge.
he's still partying from Ig'nant Easter.
Yes, that was a good night.
That wasn't one party. I just got out. Them damn Deweys.
Yeah, in Cooper's Corner, we were talking about the condom
challenge.
where you-
That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Did you
Is
see
that the
one?
dumbest challenge that you've seen to date, Howie?
Yes, there's a lot of dumb shit
You
like
think that's dumber than the Tide Pod challenge?
Tide Pod. No, the dumbest one was the lighter fluid challenge.
What's that one? I'm not aware.
I'm not aware of that one either. Tell me
You know
about
when they
that
put
one.
lighter fluid on themselves and try to hurry up and put it out?
I don't know.
So they're lighting themselves on fire.
Yes.
Got Howie
So,
DeMac
so
here.
they're lit.
Yeah. No, that's
Yes.
the dumbest shit. I don't know.
It's gonna get lit.
Okay, here's
What?
all right, here's the problem I did. All right, look. All right, the condom challenge, right? Who the fuck? Pardon my language, but fuck it. But who was sitting there so bored? The cable was off, no Netflix, no Hulu, no friends to talk to, phone off. Hey, I have a condom, nobody to have sex with. You know what I'm gonna do? This condom it smells kind of funny. This lubricant. Oh, I wonder if I can. Ooh.
Holy shit!
I wonder if I could do it again.
I gotta show somebody.
Let's tape it. Post it on the internet.
Right? That's the thing, is the whole YouTube thing. Like, people are posting it and sharing it around.
I'm not putting look. First of all, I'm not putting a condom in my nose for anything.
Well, I feel like it's
I'm from the '70s, and what are condoms anyway? Anyway,
It's meant to put on, not to put in.
yeah,
Well, you
aren't
can
they
put-
for
well,
aren't
you
they for
put it
show?
in, but
Aren't they
not-
for show? Aren't condoms just for show? And girl asks you like, before I have sex, do you have a condom? Yes. Put it right back in my wallet.
I
Yeah,
tell them whatever they want to know when the lights is off. Sure, it's on, baby.
yeah. It's one of them natural lamb ones. It feels
that
just like the real thing.
That is called stealthing, and that is
I gotta Google that. What is stealth?
it's called stealthing. It's
Stealthing.
whenever so a guy pretends to put on a condom and doesn't. It's called stealthing. And it's actually
wow.
it's actually a
That's
thing,
horrible.
isn't it? It's
Yeah, that's
really
not
messed
cool
up.
at all.
Too
That is
horrible.
messed up. That
It's
is.
It's horrible if they finish
It's pretty horrible.
without. I'm just
pretty
saying.
horrible.
I mean,
It's pretty horrible.
our pull-out game is strong. So, I mean,
Who got time for that?
well, he's older, so he's
Yeah.
just like,
I've been ducking child support since 1977. Anyway,
Oh.
there's a whole bunch. There's some Eskimo kids that look like me. Some kids in Mexico that look like me. There's
You're a
kids
world-
over in Butler
Yeah, how do you say
County that
Howie
look
in
like me.
Spanish?
Butler County.
Butler County.
You're a
huh?
world traveler, Howie.
Yes, by the way.
In
They looking for Jorge, Benji, Larry, Mohammed, Rockmead, Jamie, James, Pablo, and Daryl.
And this is why he came up with. This is why.
They're all male.
No, that's who they looking for the child support. those are the aliases.
And this is where the
You
Ig'nant
can find
Easter
them
came
upstate.
from. So
I'm counting.
So the big question for today, and I really want to dive into this topic, is where's the most uncomfortable place you've pooped, or the most uncomfortable pooping experience?
I'm so glad
I
Howie's here
almost-
for this.
It might be
I-
the bathroom today because it is hot as hell in here.
I almost ran into like a really uncomfortable experience myself this past couple days, and I just got me thinking. Like, everybody else has to have these weird experiences. So like, the other day I was at work and I really had to go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom and skip this conversation.
Oh come on! I know. I actually
Not
want.
until you hear my story.
Okay, we'll get into everybody's story, but let's start with you, Dori. Let's start with you, Jesse. You guys are here in Pittsburgh. Have you guys
Yes.
toured as a band before?
We've played this.
We never toured as a
Yeah,
band.
we never toured as a band.
You've toured
Pretty-
independently, different
yeah,
places.
yeah, we have separately, but as a
All right,
band,
I'm sure
yeah.
you've toured somewhere. Both
Oh,
of you
yeah,
probably have experiences
absolutely.
where you've
Make it
gone
gross.
to unfavorable bathrooms and had to do your business,
Worst
right?
bathroom
Make
of
it
all
gross.
time.
I want to hear.
Worst bathroom of all time is at Churchill's Pub in Miami, Florida.
Oh, really? Why
It
is that?
was- oh my God! It was just. It looked like you were in an abandoned building or something like that. There was like a hole, punched out of the wall. And they put the toilet paper in the hole in the wall. And
It was a holder.
it was just, yeah, it was awful.
I don't have money to buy no damn cabinets.
Yeah, exactly.
An inside-out
And the
house.
the sink was like clogged, and it was all
Oh,
like
my
rusty
God.
water. Like I was like, yeah,
That was like this bathroom not too long
can't.
ago. The sink was clogged, but it still looked nice.
yeah, it was.
Only
pretty
worst
nasty.
bathroom experience was I told you about 3 months ago when Some asshole took a shit in the urinals out there in Washington, PA. I had, I was
I have
driving.
seen
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's a
Not
name.
in
There's gotta be a
Washington,
name for that, right?
I'm talking about like you
Like
ever
an
walk
Urban
in the back like
Dictionary name.
I had.
When we find out,
Scoffing.
You know when
I
you're
will
driving,
look
you
it up
got
and
you
I will
got to
talk
pull
about it
over to the
next year.
gas station.
Yeah.
I'm like, when
It'll be
I'm
the
running, I'm like,
dictionary.
when I'm to the Euro, I'm like, some son of a bitch. Not only shit in the one, they went and shit in the other one.
You know what the?
He started a trend.
Yes.
Well, the thing
I guess
is,
it was. I
this
guess
guy,
it was filled up. He was like, "Oh,
Well, this guy probably, it's probably some idiot who wandered into the bathroom and thought it was some new type of toilet. And they probably like cozied up and they
European.
thought, oh man,
I was
yeah,
about to say,
it's
maybe he was
cozy.
European. He was like,
Washes your butt.
What part of Yugoslavia was this guy from?"
Well, I definitely want an ass washer. I think that would be fantastic.
bidet.
A bidet.
Yeah.
They sell ones that'll attach to your toilet.
Really?
That
I
is
wanna go try
Facebook
someone
marketing.
out.
They know that I want that.
Yeah, I
How do
definitely-
they know that?
You know
I
what?
want
We're
to have
going. Hey,
this.
if you're watching the show, text us where they have hotels that have it, so we will go rent rooms and take turns using them.
"You damn right." I will go
So-
Facebook
Ooh,
Live on
water.
that shit.
I want to go one at a
Definitely.
time.
Yeah, of course,
Well,
of course, one at a time.
One at a time between the two touring people here. You've both been on tours. Dori, Jesse, we started with you, Dori. What's the most uncomfortable pooping experience that you've had on tour?
Talking
going
about
to the-
pooping on a live
On a live
broadcast
radio
is
broadcast.
probably the most uncomfortable thing.
But you're not pooping while you're doing it, at
Well,
least.
and I mean, you guys already know this, but girls don't poop, so
Okay. Jesse?
So this isn't on tour. I was trying to think of the funniest thing, and so I had just started this job, and I happened to go. Am I not close enough to the
No,
mic?
you're good. Keep
Okay. I happened to go into the bathroom at a very busy time, and there's only like one urinal and two stalls.
so you
So-
went in the urinal.
So no, so I go in. So
That
this
was
is-
you.
This is
It
the,
was you, damn it.
So I go in, and there's one stall open. I go in, I shut the door, and I look in the toilet, and there's a shit that's. I'm not exaggerating one bit. About this long. and
Oh my God. So, like,
this
about half a
wide.
foot long.
You had an
And so-
elephant turd.
Somebody had just left it there, and I had shut the door. and
Because
I was
probably
like,
didn't flush. That's why.
so now I own the fucking thing, right? Like I'm like I can't leave the stall until that's gone because everyone. I just started working here. Everyone's gonna think that I left that there, and like I can't leave the stall until that's gone. So I flushed it once, and it kind of just laughed at me. Kind of like twitched a little bit.
You think you will dispatch
Stayed
me
there.
that easily,
Yeah, so-
little man?
about 5 or 6 flushes later, it finally slithered down the toilet, and I got it. I didn't have to, be that guy, that new guy, and shit that was that long and that
Wow.
wide, So
Well, this whole thing started because the other day, like, I was at work and I had to poop so bad, but I just couldn't do it. And I put my I went into squat mode. I stuck my arms underneath my legs to try to give myself leverage. And I tried so hard that I gave myself a headache. It was horrible. It just wouldn't work. So I thought, I got to take care of this. So I went to the store, and for the first time in my life, I tried, because I've tried, the stool softeners, and people go through this. This is, people are afraid to talk about this stuff, but it happens. I'm a real person. So I tried that. It didn't work. So I bought this laxative, and it was the cheap Family Dollar laxative, and I thought, this.
I see where this is going.
I felt like this might not work as well, so I take it. It says take before bed. I don't know why in the hell they would advise someone to take it before bed, because I take this thing, and I'm laying on the recliner, and we only have one bathroom in the place. My roommate goes into the bathroom. He's getting ready for work, and I'm sitting there on the recliner, and then all of a sudden, this has only been maybe a half an hour. About a half an hour since I took. No, I mean, I did take the maximum dosage, but I took what was suggested. So I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden, my stomach goes. And I'm just like, oh, shit.
Yes.
Literally.
Exactly.
So, I'm sitting there and I'm breathing heavily, like
Yeah, of
slowly and heavily.
It's labor. It's
Let
it's
me
a
out.
this is the
Let
closest
me out.
experience a man's going to have to labor.
So I'm counting down. I'm watching, I'm looking at the watch. I'm watching the
Was the
second
head
hand
starting to crown?
tick
Anyway.
around.
His anus is dilated.
And I'm thinking in my mind, what am I going to do? I got to get in there. So I'm waiting, And he's not taking that long, but I'm at a point where it's like, I gotta go. There's no holding it back. So I'm thinking, what am I gonna do if I can't get into this bathroom?
I say stand on a hard surface. No rubs.
Well, what I was
like
gonna
the
do,
kitchen floor or
I was gonna grab a bucket, run down in the basement, and poop in a bucket. And I was literally, I kid you not, 5 seconds away from running down to the basement and pooping in a bucket. And he opens the door, and I just blast off. He probably saw like this whirlwind fly past him as I sprinted off into the bathroom. I think I was pulling down my pants as I was running. And I jumped in there and I pooped and I just kept going and going all day long. They advised me to take this before I went to bed. Can you imagine? If I had taken this laxative?
Shit story is a hit.
Yes.
Could you imagine if I had
Liss
taken
loves it.
Could you imagine if I had taken this medicine before I went to bed? I would have shit the bed. Literally. And then I had to come into this studio and do not one, but 2 shows back to back, both half-hour shows. And then I had to work after that. I almost called off work because I couldn't, and I was afraid I was going to have to run off camera, off mic, in the middle of a live broadcast to go relieve myself.
Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah. And then try to come back after I finish that business, try to come back into this room and finish this business. It was a horrible night. And I figured other people got to have stories like this, right? Other people have to have situations where they're running to the bathroom.
I've seen the funniest thing I've ever seen. When we were like kids, we used to walk down the train tracks all the way downtown from East Liberty on the train tracks. Dude named Marlon, thick glasses. We was walking. He had the shit. He was shitting in a left empty tire.
Wow. See, nobody on here. The only one who has.
Come on, man.
And here's the fun,
Somebody
like,
has an
when you had the
interesting
people had their
shit
little apple caps that used to keep toilet paper. And
Yeah.
like to make it. He snatched the hat off dude's head and ran off toward the tire. He was sitting on the tire. It was a big truck tire. His feet dangling. He was like, ah! And we're just standing there looking at him like, you're really taking a shit in the tire.
Well, you know how they say that, like, in ancient places, they cut off your hand and it's like a death sentence. Well, I was told, I don't know if it's true because I haven't done the research at all. I'm just throwing this out there on live on radio like I know what I'm talking about. But,
Careful.
But they say that when they cut your hand off, you would die because back then they didn't have toilet paper. You would wipe your ass with your bad hand. And then you would have to eat with that shitty hand.
But I thought you said they only took one hand.
Well, yeah, it was your good hand, the hand that you ate with. So then you had to eat with the bad hand, and then you got a disease.
I'm
and
so
died.
glad I'm ambidextrous. You know?
So you
That's
had to
why
wipe,
thank God
so
we
you
had
had to
toilet
wipe
paper.
your ass with the hand that you don't use much.
Yeah.
So you gave your ass the stranger.
Oh.
It was like it was a strange wipe.
It was a strange wipe. Yes.
I like that.
So
Dori likes that.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell you can't take a shit and do what the dogs do with the grass? The scoot.
I want to see somebody do that
Do the
for some
scoot.
reason. I don't
that
know
you
why.
could do
Somebody
that.
out there has done the scoot.
Oh
Yeah, if you've done the scoop, please. And here's the thing: the only person who's ever commented in this status so far with a weird bathroom story is it's not even a weird bathroom story. Liss says that the bathrooms in New Jersey are the worst, but that's not an embarrassing story, Liss.
she said anywhere in New Jersey.
I need-
Anywhere.
I already told you, girls don't poop.
Girls don't poop.
So she
But
has no comment.
are you familiar with the Holland Tunnel? What is that?
No.
I don't know what.
You know what
that
the
is.
Holland Tunnel is?
I didn't
That
know.
goes from New Jersey into New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know.
So
that.
Jay, you've said you've got a weird pooping story, and then
I-
I'll
I-
wrap up with a story
I
about my
gotta-
sister. I'll embarrass her live on radio.
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
I got
And
3
then-
of them, and I'll make it real fast.
Okay.
The first one, I was drinking that slimming tea. Now I don't know if any of y'all familiar with this.
Don't
They should
ever
put it
do
on the
that.
box, right? They should put it on the box.
should
And if
never
you drink
take this.
slimming tea, do
Drink
not
it-
make plans to go out of the house.
And drink it
For
before,
the weekend.
Stay
For the
home
weekend.
all weekend. Can't go nowhere.
And drink it before bed.
Yeah, and I shit it all day. Like it's cool. The first couple ones is cool, but then when you continue to
Then
keep
you have,
doing
like-
it, you start crying
because you're raw.
and
Now, the hair,
begging,
the
and
any
you
hair,
keep begging
any hair,
God, like please God, no more.
any hair that was on your ass is
I don't
gone.
want this shit
Your hair
no
is
more.
gone. It
I don't
just
want
got
it no
burnt
more.
the hell off. There's no hair left on your ass. It's just fucking raw.
It's gone.
It's horrible.
Sorry,
gone.
Mom.
You got
It's
you
terrible.
have a baboon booty by the
Now-
time you're done.
Now the
should put
second
Karen
one,
Lee's on there.
when I worked at McDonald's,
Okay.
somebody said that there was a situation in the men's bathroom in the handicap stall, and they told me to go in there and clean it up. I went in there, and
On the
there
back.
was a pair of underwear on the ground covered in shit.
Oh my
And when I
God.
went in, the entire wall, there was shit everywhere. It's like somebody took the underwear and just propellered it like
I know,
that.
I know, I seen
and,
it.
and shit was
Wow.
splattered.
No,
everywhere.
we seen- I
And
seen
they
it
told
happen in
me
high-
to clean it
I
up.
done seen that
I
happen
said,
in-
fire me. I ain't cleaning that shit.
I seen that
Fire
happen.
me.
Look,
Did you get fired?
hold it.
Did
When
you
I was
get
in-
fired?
when I was
somebody
in-
else did it.
When I
I
was in
wouldn't do it.
elementary school, I seen that happen. I saw that happen. This dude, he was a little handicapped. He ran the thing. Before he got it down, like he bumped past me. Before he got his pants right here, I was like,
That's what it looked like.
he didn't get. You know what I mean? Before he
Wow.
made it to the bathroom, just the back of the toilet wall. I was like,
Now-
somebody's gonna be so pissed off
I feel
when they
physically
go.
sick, but that's okay.
Now here's the third one. Here's
right.
the third one, and Howie was here for this one. We was at the lounge in Verona. We was getting ready to do a show.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I ate that
Yeah.
day, and I had the shits real bad, and I had to go in the bathroom. But in that bathroom at the lounge of Verona, they don't have a stall door. They only have one stall, no door. And I had
Wow.
to ask Howie to stand in front of the door to make sure nobody came in. And it was so bad because there was no toilet paper. So I had to get up from the toilet seat, and I'm like duck walking.
Oh, that's
to
awful.
get-
You gotta
to
do the
get
squat and
paper
walk?
towel.
'Cause
So
you
I'm
don't-
using up all the paper towel to wipe my ass, and wiping your ass with a paper
That's
towel
horrible.
does not feel good.
And doing
It's
that
very
squat
rough.
is-
One more time,
uncomfortable.
ripping all the hair off.
Yeah,
So
it
they're
was
like,
gone.
you can shit here, but like don't shit here. Like
No, but here's
you
the
know,
funny
My
part.
inner butt
Like,
cheeks were
theoretically,
soft
you
like
can-
a
you
baby.
can
Oh,
shit
wait
here,
a
but-
minute.
I ripped all the hair off.
Wait a minute, that's not the only bathroom we saw that at. Remember, we had the show at the Blue Moon. That's why the dude Jason went all the
Yeah.
way home.
Yeah. Okay,
like-
those who ain't familiar with the Blue Moon, it is
On Butler Street.
an LGBT friendly bar, and yeah, they didn't have a stall door either. So
And
yeah.
Jason went there was like, I ain't taking this shit. 'Cause
He drove. He was the headliner. He
Yeah.
put the show together. We're waiting to start the show. He drove home to take a shit.
and I'm getting cussed out by a dude that's dressed like one of the dudes, the dude in leather, the Village People.
He looked like
And
the dude from the Village People. He had
and
the
another dude.
he had the leather hat. He had the choker
And all
he
that.
had the
See,
vest. He had
and there was a
he
guy
had
in high heels.
What do you call
who
them?
looked like
Yes, he had chaps. Had the chest
who
hair
looked
out.
like Mike Webster in high heels. I'm in between them like, when you gonna start the show? I'm like, I'm getting cussed out.
He looked like Mr. Slade from South Park.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Well, there's this.
I'm getting cussed out like that was the worst show because I'm getting cussed out. I had nothing to do with it. He's over there drunk as shit, wandered off. I'm
Cranberry vodka.
I'm standing there like this, and I'm the one getting cussed out. I'm like, look, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, when you gonna start the show? I'm like,
There's this toilet where I work that's like really nasty looking,
Uh-huh.
but it's the only toilet that I'll use at work because no one else will use it. It's the cleanest toilet in the entire building because it looks nasty just because it's beat up.
right.
But there's nothing actually on it because everyone's afraid to sit on it because they think it's dirty when it's not because it's never
It's
used.
just an old toilet seat. That's
Yeah,
clean?
it's
got
just
a
like
stain
it's
or whatever.
beaten up. It's like it's got nicks in it and things
yeah.
like that. So people
Okay.
think that it's disgusting in everyone's psyche. Now, do you go? Now, all of you can answer this. Whenever you go to poop, are you afraid, like when you go to a public restroom, of the smells of other poop?
I'm gonna throw up. I swear.
You talking about somebody else's shit?
I'm staring
Yeah.
at that
Like
little
a-
poopy as we're speaking to.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a little poop, Crappy the Poop. It was from the Mike Sasson show. So, anyways, I'll go through and I'll flush all of the stalls in a bathroom before I poop because I don't want my body infested with poop particles.
Particles.
So, anyways, we're at the
That's
Jimmy
a
Buffett.
segment. We're gonna do that.
I'm
one day.
gonna wrap up with this story about my sister. So, this is probably her most uncomfortable pooping story. So, we're out. I think I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, it is. We're out at Star Lake Amphitheater.
Yeah, Star Lake.
Yeah,
That's what
And
it's
we're
called.
there. Exactly. I don't know
Love
what's
that
it called
place.
now. It changes
Doesn't
its
matter.
name every couple of years. So
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
we're up at
Yeah.
Star Lake, and we're there for the Buffett concert. And the Buffett concert's amazing. It's I always say it's communism at its best because everybody goes there, and you can go without any alcohol or any food, and you'll go bloated and drunk. You'll leave that place bloated and drunk.
Nice.
So we're there, but there's so many
Put
people,
mine
and
on
people
the to-do list.
people it's great. People will build like fully furnished bars of this quality that we're sitting at in this studio. And I sat there once and drank frozen margaritas for hours at the bar for free. It was great.
My favorite F
People
word.
get there
You had me at free.
at noon for a show that's in the evening, and they just drink nonstop until the show. So everybody's drinking all of this alcohol. Obviously, they got to start urinating because they got to go, right? You know, they're drinking all the alcohol, and there's a limited number of porta-johns, and they're nasty anyways. So
Yeah.
people start fleeing to the woods.
Yes.
So my sister and I had to go to the bathroom, and we flee to the woods. And she's peeing in the woods. I'm peeing in the woods. I'm at an advantage as a man because I can
Yes.
just whip it out and go.
Yes. Penises
She's
are
got to
cool.
do like a squat and pee because you can't just like stand and pee because then you got pee running down your leg and everything else. It's not the way
It's
to go.
disgusting.
So she does the squat and pee, but she falls over in the woods while trying to pee, and I think she broke her collarbone. Her ass
not funny.
was in pain. I think her ass still gets in pain at times from falling at the Jimmy Buffett concert while she was drunk trying to
Oh,
pee
okay.
in the woods.
Drunk.
What
Okay.
we've
So-
learned is that nothing in life is really free.
Exactly.
Right? Do you know Jimmy Buffett is opening up his retirement homes?
Yes.
That's
I want to retire
genius.
from there. Yeah.
I want to I just want to live there.
Yeah,
Just
it would be
move in,
great.
right?
So yeah, he comes to Pittsburgh, and whenever I don't know if he's coming back all the time or not, but when he comes to Pittsburgh, his concert sells out in seconds.
I believe it.
Here. And one thing that I love about Jimmy Buffett, and this is one thing that, I hope to be this way, as the radio industry grows, and I feel like musicians and comedians, it's nice if you have this type of mentality as you grow in your craft. Jimmy Buffett still, to this day, will randomly show up at bars in Florida and play unannounced. Just
That's
the
awesome.
local, like, acoustic open mic. It's kind of like when Liz Berlin comes and performs here
That's
at
awesome.
Smalls. And I think that's really, really cool that somebody on his level will just, go and perform at a local bar. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yes.
well, let's roll into the Hood Rat of the Week. Can we do that?
Yes.
All right, it's Hood Rat of the Week right here on the River's Edge. Also, if you have any pooping stories, we'll still listen and we'll
please,
take your
post 'em.
pooping stories here on the show. So please, we want to hear that at River Talk PGH on Twitter, on the Facebook Live feed, or on the chat at riversedgepgh.com/live. Your most uncomfortable pooping stories to celebrate
She's going,
the relief.
Saying, yeah.
Because here's the thing, even though that was an uncomfortable pooping story when I had the runs and I just couldn't stop, it was honestly after the aftermath, like after the dust settled, after the commode was flushed, I felt so much better.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
it was definitely a win at the end. Hood Rat of the Week right here on River Talk on the River's Edge.
Look, we came, we saw, he died. We came, we
What do we have this week?
He died.
All right, I'm just going to go right into it. A rude woman hoping to buy cupcakes at a bakery apparently didn't get the sweet treats that she came for, but she did get a heaping helping of karma. Yeah, see, I got y'all intrigued already.
I'm interested.
Yeah. Now, fortunately for her, a young woman who's going to be my Hood Rat of the Week, her name is Vega Blossom. She was in
Vega
front of
Blossom.
this. Yeah, that's her name, Vega Blossom.
That's
Sound like
an
a
interesting
stripper.
name.
She's
Yeah.
doomed.
I
Doomed
know.
from the start.
I know, right?
The stripper name.
Now, apparently, now they don't have a picture of her, but apparently she's a big girl, and she stood in front of this very rude lady, who was they were in line at a bakery, and yeah, it's a yeah. I want to make sure I say where it's at. It's at Valparaiso, Indiana. That's where it took place. So a customer in front of them apparently took forever ordering stuff, And so this lady was like third in line. And so when the big girl came up, the lady turns to her friend and she says, "Thank God. Now let's hope that this fat bitch doesn't buy all the cupcakes."
Ooh.
Yeah. So that was it
That's
for
mean.
So that was it for Blossom. You know, she was originally just gonna buy 6 cupcakes, but because of the woman's outburst, she decided to retaliate. And she said, "I bought every damn cupcake, every one."
Yeah.
Yeah. She posted it on Facebook. It was funny. She spent $54 on cupcakes
Wow.
just to be a bitch.
Yeah.
And she
See,
said,
I-
"Happy Easter to her."
I appreciate that.
I like that.
Yes.
Good. Yes. It was worth
Yes.
it. That was worth it.
Right. This was
That was
a good hood rap.
That was a good-
That was a good rap.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good rap. Yeah.
That reminds me of that Burger King guy. Do you remember that story? I don't know if I told it with you guys or on the other show, but this guy, he posted a Reddit story, and there's no way to verify it, but apparently he went into Burger King and he was in front of this mother and her child, and the child was extremely obnoxious and whining that he wanted a cake. I want a cake. I want a cake. And whining and whining and whining. And this guy couldn't take it. So when he went up to order, he ordered every cake that Burger King had to make sure that that kid did not get a cake.
Wow.
So this reminds me of that. So it's pretty fantastic.
Yes.
So
Welcome to America.
yeah.
Right?
So before we wrap up today's show, I do want to talk a little bit more about you guys, what you guys have up next, and I do want to know what are invisible monsters? Why? I mean, I can see you,
Yeah.
and you're one of the monsters. You said, Jesse.
yeah.
So how are they?
I'm not
How is he
very Cameron.
invisible?
So when we were trying to come up with band names, and I wouldn't wish coming up with a band name on anybody. It's
hard.
hard.
I didn't come up with any of the names for this network. So
It's the hardest thing ever. So we were thinking about it, and we came up. We narrowed it down to 2. Sorry, Mom. I was like, okay, well, Dori, Karen, the Invisible Monsters. Invisible Monsters is actually a reference to Chuck Palahniuk, who's the author of Fight Club. Everybody knows
Oh.
Fight Club, right?
Love that
He
movie and the book.
Oh yeah, he is so awesome. So Invisible Monsters is actually one of his books.
Oh,
And
okay.
so so we were like, okay, well that kind of, that's kind of nice. And then we were like, or we could be Dirty D and the Thunder Chodes. And like everybody was like,
Thunder
Thunder
Chode.
Chodes. People chant it at our shows. They go, Thunder Chodes, Thunder Chodes.
that's awesome.
But yeah, we went with Invisible Monsters instead. So, but
Very cool.
yeah.
That was
Sorry,
smart.
Mom.
I
Sorry,
like it.
Mom.
Yeah, that was a smart
Good
choice.
career move.
Yeah.
Probably.
real quick-
I was just thinking, like, if I'm trying to book a show, like, hi, Mr. Smalls Theater, you know, I'm trying to book my band Dirty D and the Thunder Show.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it might be intriguing. Like, holy shit, somebody actually wrote that in an email. Maybe I have to hear what this sounds
That's
like.
amazing.
I don't know. So it was a hard decision, but we went with Invisible Monsters.
I do want to give a thank you to Cinnamon for all the parrot heads out there. She has let us know that Buffett is coming to town July 7th.
Yes.
So there we go. So what is next for you guys? You've come to Pittsburgh. You've played at the album release party, and you're on your way back up to Boston after today's show.
Yes.
So what is next for you?
So April 29th, we are going into the studio in Boston,
Nice.
Kid, and we're recording 6 songs, and we're gonna release an EP and really just get moving with it, because it's just so different. The sound that we have is just totally transformed from the acoustic stuff that I did. It's just, these guys bring so much energy, and I get behind this electric guitar, and I'm like, yes, I can sing as loud as I want, and it's just magical. So we want to capture that and hopefully be able to book better shows, bigger shows, and fingers crossed for Deutschtown.
Yeah.
In July, because we will have we will have brand new music.
I can never cross
Ready
for you
the other
guys.
one without help. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
so
Well,
fingers
that's like
crossed.
when I was in Scouts, they have that symbol, and I can't do it. I have to like position my hands
Yeah, that's what
to
I
do
used
it.
to do.
Yeah, it's like the 3 fingers up. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's weird. It's 3 fingers for Boy Scouts and 2 fingers for Cub Scouts for some reason. So
This was a
I
bad,
gotta win.
this was a bad
I was one-
incident. Orgy's gone
somewhere.
wrong.
That could've
That's
just-
why
that
my
was-
fingers
Me
don't.
and his face
And
not the
it's
same
one
thing. Like,
and it's one finger when you're on the parkway.
Oh yeah.
or sometimes one finger.
Get off the road,
anyway.
you jag.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? One in the pink, two in the...
Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Did you see that picture with the Neapolitan ice cream?
Yeah.
You put the pinky in the strawberry.
So you guys definitely have a fan. Cinnamon is all in. She's
Thank you,
excited to hear
Cinnamon.
the EP. So maybe when you guys
Awesome.
have the EP finished, you could either, if you're in the area, you could stop in the show. If you're not in the area, then we can do a phone in at least with one of you, and I think that would be pretty cool.
Great.
Yeah, that would be
So,
awesome.
so you guys are going to play one more song for us,
Oh,
correct?
yes, we are.
Awesome.
Okay.
So we've got Jesse and Dori Cameron of Dori Cameron and the Invisible Monsters. But before they play the final song,
Right, because they're
going
going to take
to-
us home, right?
they're going to take us home. So
Okay.
we're going to talk with you guys here, Jay, Howie. What do you guys have coming up on the horizon?
Well, tonight I will be at Hambones.
All right.
Yeah, I was invited by Sadie Freund, who
Is this for the Mary Jo benefit?
Yes, this
Yes.
is for
So
the Mary Jo
can I
benefit.
explain this real quick?
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
Mary Jo Cole is a very influential person in the Pittsburgh music scene, a great lady. She was one of the key organizers of the Rock All Night tour, the Rant Rock All Night Tour Music Festival, which was the first festival of the multi-genre, multi-venue, large music festivals in Pittsburgh. It was before the Milva Music Festival. It was
Okay.
before Deutschtown Music Festival. She's a really great lady, really great for the music scene.
Yeah.
She calls herself the mom of the Pittsburgh music scene. She'll,
like that.
She'll go and yell at band members and things like that, like a mom would.
Well, I
but
hope I
she's-
hope
does
I
it
get
in
to
a
s-
caring way. So.
I hope I get to see her tonight. Yeah, I mean when I got the call to perform on that.
What
one,
time does
along
that
with-
start?
Well, it starts at 6:00. It starts
Okay.
early, and then it's all the way up.
What
till
time
like-
are you on?
I am on the 9:45 to 10 p.m. slot.
Awesome.
There are other comedians performing as well. I know Amanda Avro is on it.
Wow.
I think she comes on before me. There's also a couple of bands that will be performing. There's gonna be paintings that will
Live
be on
painting?
sale. Yeah,
Okay.
live paintings. They'll be
Oh,
on
live
sale.
painting. Wow.
Yeah, and I believe that you can go on. I'm gonna post the link on the page where you can.
Post it on the River Talk page
Yeah,
as
I'll
well.
post it on the River Talk page so that way people can, if they can't make it to the show, there's ways that they can donate online.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be a part of that. And then April 11th, Pittsburgh Improv open mic starts back up again. The March Madness thing is over, so we're going to be back at that. And Howie, because remember I said stay tuned, there's some stuff coming up in May. You might as well just throw it out there now so that way people can get ready for it.
Okay, we're getting ready for the Cinco de Mayo silliness.
Nice.
Yes. Headlined by One Eye.
Woo!
It's of course, it's gonna be Off the Grill Media and Idiot Radio.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. It's gonna be fun. Starts at 8:00. Drink specials, 35-cent wings. Get
Yeah.
drunk and
What-
eat.
Now tell them where it's at.
At the Brookline Pub.
There you
Nice. Very cool.
There you go.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
So lots of good stuff coming up. I will be back on air on the live video tomorrow at 7 p.m. And then you can catch that show on a replay. Well, the first time on the radio network, Monday, 10 a.m. And that's going to be with Michael Cohen. We will have Neon Swing Experience in studio. They're going to be talking about their upcoming album release. And then also we will have Sunhound in studio as well. They'll be performing at the Indie Rock Fest, which is April 14th at Cativo. That starts at 4 p.m. We're proud sponsors of that event.
Very
And
nice.
then also stay tuned in the coming weeks for more Millville Music Minutes. But my next big thing is going to be tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that as well.
And I don't know if I said thank you, but thanks again, man. Shout out to you for being one of the sponsors for the Ig'nant Easter.
Oh,
Oh,
anytime.
yes,
Definitely.
yes.
So,
mean,
so
that
I actually
was
think your
awesome.
ad's still running. I got to take it off the screen. So,
Yeah, there is no Ig'nant Easter show tonight.
No,
that was
no.
last week. So
was last week, so.
don't be coming there wondering where the $3 Henny is.
yes. So very cool. So we've got
We
one
can,
more
we
song.
can show up at your house if you got money now.
Yes,
We're
we
gonna
can-
start our
we can
drinks
do
to
that.
you service.
Yeah, I'm funnier when there's money in my hand.
Yes.
No,
All right.
but enough about us.
Real quick, you guys, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure. And
Thank
it's
you
been,
for
it's
having
been great
us.
to see you guys
Jesse,
twice
Dori.
now.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
let's get this mic out here.
Cinnamon is looking for. She's like, I can't wait to hear the EP.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Cinnamon.
Yes.
This one goes out to her.
This one goes out to Cinnamon. One more time, a big round of applause to Dori and Jesse.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. And you guys can find them on Twitter at Dori_Cameron. And then also you guys have a website that people can check out.
Yep. DoriCameron.com.
Awesome. So check that out. Dori Cameron and the Invisible Monsters, or at least one of them, Jesse and Dori, right here on River Talk on the River's Edge Radio Network. Take it off. One more song to wrap things up. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on the Facebook Live feed or at riversedgepgh.com/live. For Howie D. Mack, for Jay Cooper, I'm Brian Crawford. This has been the River's Edge Radio Network.
Later, bitches.
Woo!
Would you listen to the secrets from the mind of a violent muse? He said those girls are the devil, but I believe that God made you. We used our hands to bury ourselves deep beneath the goodbyes. There's no story written in between your little white lies. Your little white lies. Your little white lies. Little white lies, little white lies. We are changed and indifferent. The universe has lost its shine. I should have seen the omen, but my eyes love to deny. Succumb to your surroundings, broken down without a care. Teetering hope with despair. You're neither here nor there. 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 From the mind of a violent muse. He said those girls are the devil, but I believe that God made you. Would you listen to the secrets from the mind of a violent muse? He said those girls are the devil, but I believe that God made you. 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 To listen to the secrets from the mind of a violent muse.